Hello people, my name is Princess Tyra Abok and you're most welcome to Tyra's Table Talk Show. Today I want to talk about a very sensitive incident that happened last week, and since then I have been crying silently and asking questions. That incident which happened was this boy's mother used to come home all the time and beat him and cut off pieces of flesh from the boy. Imagine, who could do such a thing, really? And so that's what I want to talk about. Today's topic is all about child abuse. Child abuse, for example, like beating, shouting at, every abuse a child could get from a mother. So what I want to talk about is all leaders, if that child was a fellow leader's child, what would you have done? Would you have stayed there sleeping like nothing's going on? President Museveni, I want to call out to you like a father, like a granddad. The First Lady, come out, mommy. We need you. The children need you. Everybody needs you. Please, I want to call out to children's rights, humans' rights, and the government. Please protect us children, because we need you. Right now, we need you so much. Us children are being abused in any way. We're being raped, we're being kidnapped, everything. So the government, please protect us children. Please, we need you to protect us. We're your children. If we're not protected and we're scared, then how will the future of tomorrow be? We need you. Now I'm going to introduce you to my beautiful guests, Mark Mutsunji and his mother, Mommy. So now, Mark Mutsunji is a football analyst. He goes to Kampala Junior School. He's very kind and he's also a TV host. Please say hello.
Hi kids, my name is Mutsunji Mark. As Tyra said, I go to Kaboja Junior School. I'm in P4, I'm a TV host, I'm a football analyst, and I am very kind.
Now we have introduced you to Mark. Let's introduce you to his mother. She's very beautiful, she's kind, she loves his son, she loves me, she loves my mother, she loves everyone. Please say hello.
A pleasure to be hosted by Tyra. I'm glad to be on the show. Thank you.
Well, that brings us to their first question, starting with Mark Mutsunji. What advice do you give to parents that treat their children like that?
Well, I believe it comes from the parents themselves, because I believe that they were mistreated that way in their childhood too. So parents, don't take advantage of your children. Just because your childhood was ruined, it doesn't mean you should ruin other people's childhood. Just give them a head start in life and they will appreciate you more.
Well, that was a very nice answer, Mark. Now let's move on to his mother, Mommy Mark. Well, Mommy Mark, that brings us to your first question. What would you do if that boy was your son?
Thank you so much, Tyra. Well, if this boy was my son, I have a lot of children. I am a mother, mentor, and I love children. My heart goes out to this young soul. Parents, fathers, mothers, civil society people, where are you? Why do you have to let such a soul have that kind of mistreatment at this young level? My appeal is to all the mothers, whether you're a stepmother or it's your real child, do not mistreat them. It's no excuse that you're a stepmother. Every mother should be able to protect the lives of any other child out there, because these are the leaders of tomorrow. Tyra, thank you so much for your effort, and we believe we'll change the lives of this child. Thank you so much. Big up to your cause.
Well, that brings us to the end of this session. Stay tuned for the next session. And thank you, audience, for watching. And thank you, my beautiful guest, Mommy Mark.
A pleasure.
And his son,
Glad to be
Mark
here.
Mutsunji. Thank you so much, and I love you all. Well, I've been joined by two beautiful guests, Queen Melissa and Princess Michelle. I hope you recall them. Queen Melissa goes to the King's Learning Academy. Princess Michelle also goes to the King's Learning Academy. She's very beautiful, kind, and she's a model at ISOM. She's also very beautiful, kind, loving, and they're also like my two good friends, and they're also like very, very close together. We are going to go on to their first question, starting from Princess Michelle. Princess Michelle, your first question is, if the dad of that young child was your dad, yet he was watching you being mistreated, would you remain loving him?
Well, I wouldn't remain loving him because he watched me being mistreated and did nothing about it, which wasn't kind or considerate.
Well, that was a very amazing answer, Princess Michelle. Let's move on to Queen Melissa.
Thank you for that wonderful question. And I wouldn't say loving him because it's not fair, and I have a right to do what I want to do. And when you just watch me be mistreated, it's not good at all. You're supposed to stand up for what's right. Thank you.
Well, that was a very wonderful answer, Queen Melissa. Let's move on to your second question. Does he deserve to be called a dad? Starting from Princess Michelle.
Thank you for that lovely question, Tyra. He does not deserve to be called a father because a true father would stand for what's right. The children need to talk, and we have spoken.
Indeed, the children need to talk, and we have spoken. Thank you for that very wonderful response. Let's move on to Queen Melissa.
I don't think he deserves to be a dad because I can't be mistreated and you're just sitting there and watching. The world needs to hear us willingly, by force.
Well, let's move on to their second question. Do you think we children are safe in such an environment where no one cares about our safety? Starting from Princess Michelle.
No, we are not safe. By the time our parents and guardians don't care about our safety, who will?
What do you think we should do?
Well, I think we children should come together and make a voice that will cry out to the leaders to help us.
Well, thank you for those wonderful remarks, Princess Michelle. Let's move on to Queen Melissa.
I don't think we are safe because if no one cares for our safety, who else will? And if your parents or your guardians or whoever is taking care of you doesn't care about you, it's not fair. You have the rights and everything. You're supposed to be cared for. You're just a child.
What do you think we should do about this?
I think all the children should come out and cry to the government to enforce safety upon us.
Well, now thank you for your wonderful remarks, Queen Melissa and Princess Michelle. Please say bye-bye to the viewers. And now we are going to have two wonderful, beautiful ladies, very lovely and kind, who will be joining me on the show today. Well, now I have been joined by Bella and Melanie. Let them say hello to my beautiful viewers.
Hi.
Let's move on to your first question, starting from Melanie. Well, Melanie, here is your question. If you were that child who was being mistreated like that, what would you want the government to do to that stepmother?
I want the government to make her know about children's rights.
Well, that was a very wonderful answer, Melanie. Let's move on to Bella.
Thank you, Tyra, so much for that question. I think that lady who mistreated that boy should be imprisoned for that selfish act because it was not fair to treat the boy like he was rubbish.
Well, thank you so much, Bella and Melanie. Thank you, viewers, for watching, and thank you, my beautiful guests, all of you, for coming to the show. This has come to the end of the show. I love you guys. I remain Princess Tyra Abok, your host. Bye-bye.
Bye.